I'm Linda. Welcome to my channel, New Age Beauty. We're so fortunate to live in this new age where we get to connect online to share with one another. Well, my channel is devoted to helping women who want to make the best of their later years. New Age Beauty is about harnessing your mind, body, and spirit to age beautifully and have a future where we feel really good about ourselves and show up in the world with pride and purpose. So this video has me talking a lot, so I'm just warning you, whereas I normally demonstrate how to do something, like in my earlier videos. But I hope you will bear with me because I feel this topic is really important for anyone over 50 who's navigating getting older. So think of me as your annoying older sister or even your mother who wants to give you a lesson about something you didn't think you needed to know about and really didn't want to hear. But in the end, you were glad that you listened. That's my goal, so I'm hoping it turns out that way. Anyway, I want to start by saying it's a really great age to be aging. So we are on the precipice of learning so much about how to age well biologically and aesthetically. AI is going to rapidly escalate our ability to live longer, stronger lives with earlier detection of diseases, the development of anti-aging drugs that actually slow the aging process, the ability to customize skincare, supplements, and medical therapies for our own unique biology, and faster discovery of breakthrough technologies that will fight visible aging at the cellular level. So AI is shifting the focus from aging to, the focus of aging from reaction to prevention, extending not just lifespan, but health span, keeping people vibrant, mobile, and mentally sharp into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. So right now, a 60-year-old woman in good health can expect to live till about 85 to 88 years old. That expected lifespan will only increase with these future advances, and the quality of life is going to improve and be markedly better than it is today or has been in the past. But some of you may be thinking, well, so what? If I'm just going to be a frail old person shunned by society, why should I get excited about living longer? So I get that. But that mindset really needs to change. We need to figure out how we can have a positive vision for the future. So who says that our dreams must die when we reach the age of 50 or 60? Our dreams are what make us passionate. Our desire for passion doesn't die. In fact, it doesn't even dwindle as we age. We just give up on it. Maybe we feel it's hopeless or pointless, but passion is the fuel of life. It drives our creativity, it gives us energy and a reason to get excited about life again. Reigniting or igniting a new passion within you likely will require you to reinvent something about yourself, like learning something new. And that will light a fire under you. It might be a small fire, it might be a big bonfire, but any fire is going to make you feel more alive. So I have reinvented myself many times during my life, and I'm guessing you have as well. Sometimes it's been by choice, and other times by necessity. I've had multiple careers in different types of businesses, ranging from modeling to sports marketing. So most recently, at the age of 70, I became a full-time senior executive at a large brokerage heading up strategy and innovation. Well, that came after I had started a new real estate career when I was 60. I got married at the age of 50 after being alone for 14 years following the death of my longtime life and business partner, who died when I was 40. At the age of 30, I began what became my favorite career in the horse racing business. And that gave me an opportunity to discover and utilize skills I didn't even know I had. And I was thrilled to be part of a team that was credited with changing an industry. It was exciting and very fulfilling. And that followed a childhood of psychological and emotional trauma, which was the catalyst for a very serious illness I had. I was given two years to live when I was 19 years old. So every decade brought new challenges, and those challenges led to reinvention and the development of new skills and knowledge. So, this channel is about my newest adventure, which is the culmination of who I have become over many life cycles and how I can hopefully use some of my wisdom and experience to try and help others as we face this new age of old age. So, I want to talk about wisdom. We all know that getting older has the benefit of getting wiser, but does that really matter? Or is it just a way to make old people feel better about getting old? Well, wisdom does matter. With every life experience, wisdom coalesces our knowledge and our understanding into good judgment. It's about using information wisely, considering the long-term consequences of our decisions, and making choices that benefit both yourself and others. So it is crucial for navigating life's complexities. It is born from the strength of our mind, the resilience of our hearts, and the lessons of our journey. It really is our superpower. It cannot be denied, and it belongs to us and us alone. So why don't we feel our superpower? Well, perhaps we don't feel it because we don't feel like society values it. Many of us know that feeling of being dismissed and ignored as we grow older. So if the wisdom of our age were highly regarded by society, we wouldn't become invisible. Rather, we would be sought out for our opinion and our expertise. But that's not how it works. Because of this societal prejudice, we then lose confidence in ourselves, and we even become apologetic of our age, when we should feel proud of the life we have lived and all of the great experiences we have had, good and bad. We've all experienced this type of ageism from both sides. So once we lose our confidence, we feel vulnerable, and that causes us to refrain and retract, to withdraw in a variety of ways. And it can become a vicious cycle leading to depression and despair for some people. So what can we do to avoid that? Well, if we're going to live the rest of our what's going to be very long lives, apparently, with meaning and purpose, then we need to arm ourselves. We need to arm ourselves with knowledge and confidence to take on this journey. We need to empower ourselves with an action plan that's going to strengthen our mind, body, and spirit. And we are all still becoming who we want to be. Or as George Eliot famously said, it's never too late to be what you might have been, which speaks to our never-ending potential for change. So how do we get there? Well, first we need to open up to allow life in. Allow life with all its unpredictability and complexity to move through you rather than resisting or controlling the outcome. We may feel more vulnerable over time due to how we believe society views us, and that may cause us to grow inward. A dear friend of mine once told me that I was tough when he was trying to give me moral support for something I was experiencing at the time. And I took that as a criticism while knowing it was meant as a compliment. Well, when I was a kid trying to handle a difficult situation, I would tell myself, don't let this make you tough, just be strong. And to me, that was a very important distinction, even though I was too young to really reason it out and fully understand it. But I just knew. So what's the difference? Well, being tough is about putting a hard core around yourself, keeping out those people and situations who might hurt you as a defense mechanism. While being strong is about allowing those experiences, painful as they may be, to flow through you and shape you for the better. Learning, growing, and moving on with peace of mind. Well, unfortunately, it is natural to become tough to protect ourselves from being hurt, which means shutting out certain people and experiences. But choosing to be strong and embracing what comes allows us to get wiser and to continue to grow. We all know so well that experiencing joy, pain, love, and change are all part of living. So let's embrace it. Then we need to build our confidence. And that starts by releasing negativity, such as past disappointments. Be self-compassionate and allow yourself to lift that weight from your shoulders. Then stop measuring yourself by anyone's standards but your own. So we need to shift our mindset. Aging should not only be about building on your strength and wisdom, but owning the respect that you deserve as you embrace who you are with pride and dignity. So how can we gain that confidence and have a positive vision for our future? Well, it starts by aligning the thoughts and reasoning of our rational mind with the convictions of our inner spirit and the realities of our physical world. Starting with the inner world, we have the confidence that comes from our mind, and that's based on our reasoning. So, what's our prior experience? Well, we've achieved certain goals, we've learned certain skills, and we have overcome certain challenges. Therefore, we can do all of that again. Then there's self-talk, the way you speak to yourself, and that can either strengthen or weaken your confidence. So it's important to be mindful about your inner dialogue and reinforce the positive impact that you want to have on yourself. The confidence also grows from discipline, resilience, and consistency. So that means that you can actually program your mind by giving yourself positive thoughts and reinforcing them continually. Then we have confidence from the spirit, and that's based on your beliefs and your values. Your spirit is your deeper essence, the part of you that feels connected, purposeful, and grounded. The confidence from the spirit is, for example, your inner knowing, a calm certainty that you are worthy regardless of any outside validation. Then there's your authenticity. When you live in alignment with your values, you automatically will radiate and feel natural confidence. So understanding who you really are and feeling good about it is a huge part. Then there's your beliefs. If you believe you're capable, your actions will align with that. So inner confidence in a large way comes from believing that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And then there's resilience. Even when the mind doubts, the spirit can still have faith. So how do these work together? Well, the mind gives you rational confidence. I've done this before, so I can do it again. And then the spirit gives you soul deep confidence. Even though I haven't done this before, I trust who I am and I know that I can. So when your rational mind is aligned with your values and your beliefs together, they create your inner power. Then we have our outer power, which is the physical body. And that speaks to how we feel. Our health and our vitality is the foundation for everything. It must always be our first priority, no matter what. Then there's how we feel about how we look. Our own perception of physical aging and how that influences our choices. And it's also how we believe we are being perceived by others and how that affects us and the choices we make. And then how we mirror our own perceptions of aging onto others and assume that they're thinking what we think they were thinking, when in fact that may not be the case at all. So these predispositions and fears can make us feel paranoid, assuming others are always judging us, avoid social situations, which can lead to isolation, which is very unhealthy as you get older, and criticize others to deflect from our own insecurities. Well, she shouldn't wear that. She's too old to wear that. Well, we're really, looking at a mirror when we say that. You're questioning your own choices. But once we build our confidence, we shine through any of those inner fears and hesitations. So, how do we feel and exude that confidence? Well, it has to be genuine. We have to feel good about ourselves from the inside. So that starts with your physical health, of course, your most important priority. And then after that, it's about physical fitness. And that means getting physically strong, which will make us feel powerful in addition to preparing us to be productive in our later years as we live longer lives. Without it, we will likely end up in a nursing home way before we need to. I don't know about you, but that's not something that's on my wish list. And as we get physically stronger, our bodies change, and we start to feel much more youthful and powerful. Resistance training not only improves your physical strength, but how your body is shaped. So you get the aesthetic benefit in addition to vital health benefits. Your posture will dramatically improve, along with the quality of your skin and how you look in your clothes. You will walk taller, and appear more confident and powerful to everyone who sees you. It is the only true fountain of youth, and it is a requirement for creating a better life. And part of this is your wellness as well, your diet and supplement routine, your activity level, your sleep quality, etc. Then there is your physical beauty. And that includes enhancing your natural beauty with skincare, at home and in-office treatments, even surgery for long-lasting results, if that's something you're interested in. And then there is your physical persona, and that is your style. How you want to show up in the world and be perceived by others. So that includes your clothing, your accessories, your makeup, your hairstyle. All of it combines to define how you want to be perceived by others. And when you feel good about how you look, you will come across as poised and confident in your skin. So my channel covers all of these areas and will focus extensively on the 3 biggest aging factors that can be improved by all of us. That first one is the declining physical strength, muscle tone, and bone density. So this dramatically declines, especially after we reach menopause, and it declines much faster in women than it does in men, as does the next category, which is hormones, estrogen and testosterone. In fact, I know women have constantly complained about how they're not aging as well as their husbands. I'm not speaking for any of you, but it's commonly considered that men age slower than women. Well, if you look, and I'm going to show you graphs in future videos, but if you look at the charts of the data, you'll see that they do, in fact, their hormone levels do, in fact, lower dramatically, slower than women's do. So then there is your loss of skin quality, collagen and elastin, and there's all kinds of things that we can do now about that. In fact, 80% of our aging in our skin comes from sun damage, which breaks down your collagen and elastin, but there's other variables as well. And now there's all kinds of ways that we can enhance that without surgery. And then I spoke for a moment about declining hormone levels. Well, hormone levels affect not just your energy, but also your physical strength and your beauty. It has a huge impact on your hair and your skin quality. And I have been taking bioidentical hormones for 10, 15 years, and I'm a very big believer. It's literally changed my life and made me far more vibrant. So future videos are going to get into details about all of these topics. And I hope you will decide to join me on this journey to discover how we can strengthen our body, mind, and spirit to prepare for a productive, purposeful, and very long life. So thank you to everyone who made it to this point in the video. There is nothing more valuable than our time, so I sure hope you found some inspiration. I am committed to this journey, and I hope to devote the rest of my days to helping others with finding purpose and passion in their later years. And in the future, I'm going to expand on how we can combine the wisdom of our mind and spirit with our physical world to manifest a future we can look forward to and get excited about. I will also do more videos about fitness, beauty, skincare, style, cosmetics, and wellness to help us gain more strength and confidence. It is my belief that our confidence should grow as we age, along with the value that we bring to the world. So let's make that a reality. I hope to see you again, and I would appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to see future videos. And if you are interested in how I began my fitness journey in my late 60s, you can click here to see that video. And I've also listed some of the other videos I've done in the description box below this video. I want to thank you for joining me. I wish you a beautiful day, and I look forward to sharing the beauty in all of us.